Yo, what's the deal, y'all? What is happening? What is popping? This is the dose of Dawson, man. I haven't done one of these in a cool minute. It's been a really long time, but I'm just trying to get back into the groove of podcasting. You know, it's tough, man. It's oversaturated, but I like doing it, so I'm gonna keep going with it. You know, I got a crew of people who help me out, man. Shout out to the team. We're gonna get back to it, man. But for this episode, man, I'm gonna dive into a couple of the trending topics right now, man. Hope everybody's doing beautiful, man. I'm out here just vibing, man. Crossfaded. Did I smoke the rest of that? I sure did. Boy, oh boy. Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley. I got a conspiracy about that, man. I don't know if it's conspiracy or whatever, but he was supposed to. Okay, first off, after their first fight, they shook hands in the middle of the ring and said they were gonna do a rematch. And then we never heard nothing of that rematch. What we heard was that he was about to fight Tommy Fury, the little brother of Tyson Fury, who them two motherfuckers look totally different. I'm just gonna point that out, man. That's a crazy like there's just genes missing somewhere because one of them looks like Shrek and the other looks like a supermodel guy. It's crazy, man. And I don't be throwing around the supermodel guy shit loosely. You know, I don't. You know what I'm talking about. If you've seen them side by side, you would get it. Where was I at? Where the fuck was I at? Okay, yeah. We found out he was gonna fight Tommy Fury, right? And then 2 weeks before the fight, Tommy Fury backs out. He backs out. He says he's injured. This is my conspiracy here. I think Jake Paul and Tommy Fury are in cahoots together because I was a little iffy about the whole thing, the whole fight. You know what I'm saying? I felt like the press conference was fake, and I'm going to get to why here in a second. I felt like the press conference was fake. And because it was over Zoom, one of them was lagging. I was like, oh, yeah, if they're really trying to sell pay-per-views, this something's up right here. I feel like that fight was fake, and that was never going to happen. I think Jake Paul was trying to change the narrative quickly about him not wanting to fight a boxer. So, and Tommy Fury wanted a little check. So what they did was say that they were going to fight each other. So it changed the narrative. Everybody was like, oh shit, Jake Paul's about to fight a boxer. Oh, we have to step back and respect him. But 2 weeks before, he backs out. 2 weeks before the fight. So then they call up Tyron Woodley and say, yo, and mind you, Jake Paul has been training his ass off and whatnot. So 2 weeks before they called Tyron Woodley, like, yo, you want to do that rematch? And Tyron Woodley wants that rematch, of course, and he wants to check. So he jumps off the couch. He probably wasn't going as hard as he would have if he knew he was fighting Jake Paul again. So he's like, fuck it, yeah, let's go. Off 2 weeks, come on. You know, I don't want to look like a bitch. I don't want to miss this opportunity, whatnot, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I think, and what the whole thing is, I think Jake Paul and Tommy Fury are going to fight each other later this year or next year. And they're trying to build up hype for that. So he goes in here and he knocks out Tyron Woodley, and the saga continues. And then now it kind of hypes up that match between those two a little bit more. But yeah, I'm really curious to see what happens. You know, I think I might take some protected paid time off for that shit. You know, watch that shit on crack streams. Yeah, but I think people are kind of like getting over it. You know, people are kind of getting like they're done with it. They're done with the whole thing, and they're trying anything to hype this up again. Because that last fight was not entertaining, man. It was like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing. We're just kind of watching like some amateurs or some decent pros going at it. Like we're taking PTO for this. We're taking PTO for this. You know what I mean? Yeah. But that's my little conspiracy, man. I think it's all some WWE circus shit behind the scenes. But I think they really box at the end of the day. I don't think it's rigged because there'll be some fucking good ass actors, bro. If that was rigged, and to get hit in the face for real and just be taking it and then like it not get personal, it doesn't get personal at all. Y'all are fucking stupid as shit. Y'all are delusional. They're really in there fighting. They're really in there fighting. Is it strategic outside of it all? 100%. Definitely strategic. But man, I used to be a WWE fan during like the Attitude Era. It was like WWF, I guess. So I like all this type of stuff, man. People talk shit about it and whatnot, but I like it, man. I'm here for it because boxers, they don't be selling tickets. You know, it's not that hard, man. It's not that hard to get people like interested in what the fuck is going on, man. It's not. Like if I had the platform, man, I'd do some off the wall shit, man. I would do some off the wall shit, man. Like Mike Tyson, you know, like you see how he sold fights. Muhammad Ali sounded like a preacher. You know what I mean? He has legendary speeches. He has legendary things that he did outside of boxing that just brought the attention to boxing and sold pay-per-views. I haven't seen too many boxers doing that nowadays, man. I see, what's his name? Garcia. He be trying to dabble in the social media shit, but I think he be getting too involved in the social media stuff, man. I think he needs to focus up a little bit more, man. I don't know. Who am I to say? But I seen him. I think on one video, I forgot who that. It's a whole Illuminati team of YouTubers that they just threw together, and they're fucking. They have a channel now. I forgot what they were called. They're kind of entertaining, man, but it's clearly forced. They have that one black dude. I forgot his name. Damn it. Yeah, I know who I'm talking about, man. Anyway, where was I at? Oh yeah, he was doing like a challenge with them, and he was like repeatedly punching people against the wall. Like the people were against the wall, and he was repeatedly punching them, like over and over and over. And then maybe 2 days later after that video released, I don't know how long they took to edit it, but a couple days later, it comes out he has a hand injury and he can't fight. Like stuff like that, you gotta watch out for, man. You can't get too involved in the social media realm, man. Can't do that, man, for real. But yeah, where the fuck was I at? Anyway, I kind of want to see the Undertaker get in there and fight somebody. Like I want to see the Undertaker in a real fight because it will kind of like relieve some anxiety that I have left over from my childhood. Because I was always scared of that motherfucker, man. Really scared. And when he tried to be a biker at one point, and that kind of lifted up some of that anxiety. I was like, man, this ain't nobody. Right? This ain't nobody crazy. I used to really think he was a dead man, like a dead man walking. I used to think, man, like how did they pull this off? How did they got this guy? You know, and why do they trust him? And I looked up I was a kid, and I was looking up his like where he was from and shit. His Death Valley. I was like, what is going on, man? So yeah, to see the Undertaker in a real fight, you know, that would kind of that would kind of be cool for me. What else are we talking about? Jake Paul. My prediction, man, before I close out this video, the Jake Paul versus Woodley shit, man. I'm gonna go Jake Paul. He's gonna knock him out, man. He's gonna knock him out, man. He's talking about he's online talking about he has CTE. Jake Paul, he's talking about he has CTE and he's starting to have foggy memory. So that means he's a boxer, man. That's part of the criteria for being a boxer. You got to have a little CTE building up, and you know, it could be some drugs and shit. It could be cocaine. It could be steroids. It could be them roids, man. But yeah, he's blaming boxing. He's blaming boxing, and he hasn't got hit in the head very much. So I don't know who he's training with and what they're doing in training. But I don't know how he developed CTE so quickly. I don't know if that's actually from boxing. But yeah, that's my daily dose of Dawson for the day, man. I hope y'all have a blessed, wonderful day, and I'll see y'all probably in a couple days, man. Probably give a little recap on that fight and whatever else is happening in the news, man. But y'all take it easy, man. We out.